We're all going through a lot, and a lot needs to come up to the surface so that it can be purged and fixed. In our everyday lives, we might be experiencing a lot that is coming up to the surface, things that need to be addressed. And until it gets very intense, as humanity goes about their everyday life, we don't really tend to address many things, but there are revelations, and we're going to be discussing them today, that the everyday life man and woman are dealing with, and maybe they didn't see it, or the collective, right, was not really aware of it, and these things were kind of shoved under the rug. Remember, awareness is the precursor to change. Last year, I did a video and I talked about a great shaking. And this is how God works. And what you might be tuned into this message, you might be alert, but is humanity as a whole, are they all alert? Or are they just running off of subconscious programs? Are they asleep at the wheel? And I shared in that video, God gives you a nudge, then God is going to give you a tap, and then maybe like a big bolt. And if still you're not listening, God is going to give a great shaking. We are in that great shaking right now. Hollywood is burning, okay? And there is a very intense energy. All focus is there. Remember, attention is the currency of the universe, and where your attention goes. So now, if we look at society, what's going on in the now moment, everyone is talking about this. Okay, so everyone is paying attention to this area, and where we are headed, what has happened in the past, and what is currently going on. I'm going to be breaking down a few things that people, I think that this situation is going to raise awareness. This is something that I was made aware of last year, and we're going to be talking about this issue. We live in a country, we live in a world. We have to start asking the question, are these systems that are in place, are they serving humanity? Are they actually serving people? Okay? And I have a lot of real life evidence to share with all of you today. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I take the pulse of society. I discuss the ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. And it really is a powerful moment in the history of humanity. And I know that people were aware of what was, how and, where and when. Not really so much the when, but we knew that these quote unquote biblical events. Have you seen the pictures in Los Angeles and Hollywood Hills? Have you seen, doesn't it look like maybe years ago you saw movies of the apocalypse, right? Didn't they have a movie years ago, Escape from LA, right? So a lot of these things we're seeing play out right before our very eyes. Attention of the collective consciousness is now in full effect, okay? So last year, Joe Rogan, I just want to start off with this. Joe Rogan, on an episode of his podcast on July 19th, 2024, he spoke about the event that is literally happening right now. How his friend told him this fire could burn through LA all the way to the ocean. And a lot of people are revisiting that episode on July 19th from 2024. And, when we look at this situation of how this fire is just burning through this whole area, we need to start questioning, okay, what's going on with the systems that were in place to actually serve the people, okay? The fire department is one of them. A lot of people are sharing how there is not a lot of manpower in the fire department, number one, because a lot of them, they experienced the same fate that I did back in 2021, where they were removed from their job because they didn't take a thingy. Okay, so now, because of the ego, because of certain things, there's no firefighters to help. Okay, just like maybe in certain areas, there's no teachers to teach the children anymore because something happened. The system wasn't actually serving the people that work for the system, and the system should be in place to actually help people. But right now, okay, we see in Los Angeles, it's burning to the ground. Number one, they don't have the manpower. Number two, what's going on with the hydrants? A lot of people have been writing about this. Where are the fire hydrants? Okay, when I walk you ever go to New York? Okay, you get a ticket because there's so many fire hydrants. You can't park in front of the hydrants. There's multiple hydrants on every city block. Where are the fire hydrants? It's a question. Okay, why aren't the fire hydrants opened up, dousing the flames with all of the fire hydrants? Where are the fire hydrants? Okay, so if you grew up in New York like I did, there's hydrants, there's fire hydrants. Like, it's like you're trying to find a parking spot. You can't park in front of the fire hydrant. So there's tons of fire hydrants, tons of great firefighters. What is going on? What's happening to the world? And are these systems actually serving people? One of the problems that is being, there's a revelation of this problem right now. I was made aware of this problem last year, and many homeowners, okay, so now in California, they are starting to deal with what the people of Florida have been dealing with. Homeowners insurance. Okay, homeowners insurance, what we're starting to witness is there are no services or systems to actually help people. Okay, so what happened in Florida, there's been a lot of, the insurance rates are either through the roof, or certain people can't get homeowners insurance, right? So it's gotten to a point where you can't even have a home. Okay, so now in California, okay, in the past year, State Farm non-renewed policies because of fire risk. And 69% of the policies in Pacific Palisades were non-renewed. Okay, so do systems actually serve the people? All right, so the point of homeowners insurance is if you have a terrible thing that you could be protected. But they won't even protect you. So they only want to protect or give insurance to places where the risk is very low. So we as the collective, we have to start thinking about what are we doing for homeowners insurance? So this is an everyday life problem that people are dealing with right now. So we have to start thinking, all right, that in the past few years, people were led to live out of the ego, division, polarity, Democrat, Republican, Coke, Pepsi, right? You're following along. But the fires, the hurricanes, they don't differentiate. All people, okay? So right now there's a fire that's affecting our brothers and sisters. It doesn't say, oh, I'm going to burn this place. All different types of people are being affected by these things. As the collective, humanity as a whole, we need to start coming up with real solutions and have real people. I did a video how God is going to change, okay? And this happens at an energetic level, okay? If you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button. And there's going to be a lot of changes that are rolling out this year, and make this your go-to channel for all of the things, the changes that we're all experiencing, okay? And if you just stumbled on this very powerful live stream, I am very grateful. If you could kindly hit that like button right now, it will help others find this message. So there's a lot of things that, we're seeing. A lot of you had the images. A lot of people knew there was a massive shift, especially in California. Where are the densities? Okay, and there are dense areas, okay? Hollywood Hills is on fire, okay? And when we think of things at an energetic, spiritual level, what were the atrocities, things that were done within Hollywood? Okay, God is going to give a great shaking. I shared this message. Now we are here in the now moment. And some people will ignore the message. So I'm going to share a story, a joke. You know, we have to have jokes too to laugh a little bit. Some people, okay, you might be on this journey of true ascension. You're going to have some people call them the normies, but you're going to have people that are going to gaslight you, okay? Oh, and they don't want to hear you. Okay, I did that video. They can't hear you anymore. How many people, you can hit stars in the chat, okay? You have friends, family members, they can't hear you anymore. They just want to stay focused. They want to stay focused on their fake reality shows, their fake news. They want to watch, and that's how they want to live their life. But when you're trying to expand, that's what we do on this channel. Okay, so we have a very difficult time. I'm very grateful. It's going to be easy breezy now if everyone shares and hits the like button so the truth can get out. But when you speak the truth, you trigger people, okay, because it is challenging the beliefs that they had. It's really, I'm being honest, it's not their fault. But because you are given these belief systems for, maybe since birth, and now you're presented with truth, and it gets a little triggering. So it's very difficult to do this work. So all of a sudden, right, we are now given, okay, a massive blast of truths. And people don't want to hear these things, but we're now witnessing it play out, okay? So how about this, okay? There's a man, okay, and there's a big flood that's coming. Everything is flooding. And he's standing on the roof of the house. And the flood is now up to the roof of his house. And a boat comes and says, get in the boat. Get in the boat. And he goes, nah, don't worry about it. God will save me. And the boat leaves. Now the water's up to his waist. Another boat comes, right? Get in the boat. Get in the boat, the man goes. He goes, don't worry about it. God's going to save me. Okay. Now the water's up to his neck. A helicopter drops the ladder. They say, come up the ladder. Come up the ladder. We'll save your life. Don't worry. God is going to... Man drowns. Man drowns and goes to heaven. Sees God. Says, God, I thought you were going to save me. You're going to save me. He goes, you idiot. I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter. What more can you ask for? Right? There's 2 boats and a helicopter. Some people are still sitting there in denial. Okay, the answers to exit the matrix, the answers, okay, to get to a higher level of it. You got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. You got to get out of the matrix, right? But some people, in their everyday life experience, they choose through their free will to not hear the message, to ignore, maybe to ignore you, to ignore other things. Each and every one of us in the now moment, as we build the new reality, the new timeline, okay, we have to stay focused on ourselves. How are we showing up in the world? I'm sharing with all of you. It is very intense right now. So you have to focus. You have to listen to the words. You have to focus on yourself, not others, because there's distractions out there. There are people that are not coming along for this ride. A lot of you know this. So you are focused like a laser beam on yourself. So what does that mean? Some people, well, that sounds like a selfish thing, right? You know those people. How are you showing up in the world? So I have to focus on it on a daily basis. How am I showing up in the world for my brothers and sisters? That's what each and every one of us, because collectively, right, we're greater than the sum of our parts. And we are all becoming the change that we want to see in the world. It's not a magical unicorn, bro. It's not a magical unicorn. Oh, don't worry. The boat's coming. The boat is right there. Get on the boat. The helicopter is dropping the ladder. Just climb the ladder. But no, they don't want to hear you. So the moral of the story is, we have to move forward with or without people, because it is a free will reality. We all have to follow the rules, the laws of the universe. And those laws, those rules were kind of manipulated. That's why God is giving a great shaking right now. And a lot of wrong things were done. Wrong things were done to our children and to our people. people that worked in the systems. I was one of them. And just like those firefighters, a lot of people lost their livelihoods and no one came to help. So we had to all pick up and start building, teaching, and leading. You might be getting this message. You might have went through a lot of strife in the past couple of years. But we are being refined, and that pressure, okay, we will either rise or fall. If you didn't see my video, it's either ascension or fall. You will ascend or fall at this time when this energy gets so high. And the energy is very high right now. So this is where the big spotlight, okay, the big spotlight is on. Everything is illuminated right now. So these problems that we're seeing, these everyday life situations, they affect all of us. When, fire comes to your neighborhood, when a hurricane comes to your neighborhood, when dis-ease comes to, then it becomes a real thing. So instead of what we need to all learn today, we all have to stay focused on it, because it might not be a big thing until you actually go through it. Until tyranny comes to your job. Hit the like button if that resonates with you. These are the everyday life problems that we all have to deal with. This is what true ascension looks like, because humanity as a whole, everyday life people are rising up. God is calling you. Will you answer the call? We all have to answer the call. It's truthfully, it's not easy to go through these things, to see a biblical event play out. You might be an empath. You don't want to see these things. Like even myself, like I've gotten to a, like, even when it comes to certain movies, right? Like it's so like graphic and like, and you, cause you feel more and more. In the past, maybe people were numb. You weren't really sensitive. They told, oh, don't be sensitive. But when you either go through it yourself, when you witness your brothers and sisters experiencing certain things, all of a sudden it becomes real. It's all a joke. It's all pretend until it shows up in your neighborhood, at the workplace, in your relationship. These are the everyday life problems that must be dealt with. For a very long time, people would just turn away, ignore it. Ignoring it doesn't solve the problem. Okay? There was this little like short story, okay, we shared with the kids at school, okay? And in this short story, there was an alien, okay? And the alien is foreign, okay, to this land, doesn't know all the things, all right? And the alien is in the forest, and the people are trying to capture the alien, all right? And in his mind, all right, the alien closes his eyes, and he thinks that if I can't see them, that means they can't see me, right? And then he gets captured, okay? And just like part of the story. But I'm just using this as a teaching tool. We cannot close our eyes and think that things are going to, oh, let me not look at it. You will see there will be people, okay? And that's why we have to find each other, because there are people that want to rise to the occasion. Will you rise like the fire? This is the Holy Spirit fire, okay? You could hit the fire flames in the chat right now if you're ready to rise like the fire, because that's what we need to do. We have to rise like the phoenix right now as humanity as a whole. We have to rise like the fire right now. It is not an easy time period. And we are counting on one another, because we do pick each other up on this journey. To see, how this is all playing out, okay? And to see how Joe Rogan literally talks about this whole scenario, okay? If you want to see it yourself, July 19th episode from 2024. It's like prophetic word. And now we're literally witnessing this play out. And there will be people that still at, oh, there's no event. There's, hello? Hello? Are you alert now? Are you up? Are you up? And I know people that are still tuned into this message are still up, but that's why more and more people they're waking up and they feel lonely. Is that you on your journey? Do you feel alone? I can't talk to my friends anymore. I'm losing family members because it's a dissonance of frequencies. Some people are still going to that, and I used this example a long time ago, that burning building. The building's on fire, but people are still going back. So that's the matrix life. They're still going back. And some people, they go on the internet, they start to learn these things, they ignore it. And they still go back into that building. We have to now realize we can't go back. Once you have seen, you could never unsee. You can't go back to that old lifestyle. None of us can. We have to keep going. It's the phrase of the channel. Everyone write that in the comments. Keep going, right? I'm so grateful for the support. Please click the like button, okay? Allow this to keep going. We have to be the captains of our ship. We have to become empowered. What the problem is, there has been this frequency, this subconscious program to disempower people, to weaken men. We need to rise up. We need warriors to rise up. We need creative minds, all right? We need the divine feminine energy to be allowed to express itself. We need real men, leaders to lead. Because what has happened in the world, there has been a balance, out of balance. We have to restore the balance. Once we have that foundation set, and that's what God is showing us right now. So we are feeling this. You might have been feeling this in the past few days. You might have been experiencing it in your everyday life, because people will start to disappear. Things that are no longer like, okay, I'm not going to be doing this. Okay, we have daily habits, right? Once you start to have that thought process, okay, this is where I want to, like, it happens energetically before it starts to manifest physically. A lot of you knew these energies a long time ago, and it takes a couple of years. And now it's literally happening in the physical. And you're going to have people, ready? I'll do it right for you live on the air. I'll do it for you. You're going to have, you should have told me. You should have told me. How many people are experiencing this right now? Because they can't hear you. So that's why, if you go back to earlier in the lesson, right? Right, Queen? Right, Queen? Right, Emmanuel? Joe, right? You should have told me. Right? This is where we are. Here we are. Here we are. We're standing at the water's edge, looking out at the beautiful ocean, and we say, here we are. That's how it goes here, okay? Here we are. Hi, you have arrived. We have arrived. This is the event. Biblical time. Look at the pictures. Doesn't it look like the apocalypse? But remember, apocalypse does not mean the world burns to the ground, even though we're seeing that in a picture right now or videos. Apocalypse means a great revealing. So when this, like, if everything is shh, quiet, 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 calm, but when this stuff starts shaking and then you start seeing all these things, right? Then you could see all the filth, right? You move the couch, everything's all over. Oh, what's going on? Then you could see it, or you didn't see that stuff. But now, right, now you could sweep it up. Now you get the vacuum cleaner, get the deep cleanse. If you missed yesterday's lesson, that's what we are in right now. This is the deep cleanse that's happening. It's happening for ourselves. It's happening for the world. It's a deep cleaning that's happening. And where are we seeing this energy right now? We're seeing it in Hollywood. The Hollywood is burning. It's wood. It's burning, right? Use that, right? Didn't they use the Hollywood to make them, what is it, the magical wand? Oh, I have a bippity boppity boo. Please click the like button if you're learning something new today. And if this is actually making sense to you, okay? I really appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. Now, the Hollywood is burning. You have to look at the meanings of these things. And a lot of times we take things at surface level, okay? But look at the deeper meanings. Look, there's a very deep meaning right now. And a deep cleansing is happening. And all of the dark magic, we clear and remove it, because the energy of Christ, which is the light, you can't touch the light. And that's what we have been sharing. I know there's always new people. When it comes to light and an energetic level, it overrides the spells, because the spells always have an expiration date. Okay, write that down in your notebooks if you don't know that. Okay, that's why you go through seasons. Okay, you are refined through these seasons. These are the proverbial weights in the gym. I share about my fitness journey, right? Okay, you have the weight. This is building your spiritual muscles. You are building up spiritually. You have to be spiritually strong to make it through 2025. You have to be spiritually strong to make it through. And that's what we do here on this channel. Make this your go-to channel every day this year. Please set an alarm on your phone. There's some weird things going out there. People aren't receiving the notifications. So grateful if you could hit that subscribe button. All the support is appreciative, right? But again, if I just sit back and I look at this as the dissonant frequencies, we don't live in a world. We live in a band of frequencies. A lot of you look at this, right? And I've shared this before. It's so close, and this could be quote unquote good or bad, but you don't know what the true, you have to start looking at it, not just at face value, but what is the deeper meaning? Go to my channel page. What is a quantum event? This is right now, in the now moment, we are witnessing a quantum event. And it could look terrible at first glance. I've been through them. You might be. Please watch that video, a quantum event. This is going to change humanity, what we're living through right now. And again, it could look dark at first glance, but there's a bigger picture and where we're going to go. Like on my journey, I had to go through things that at face value were very negative. You might have to lose everything so you could gain your freedom, so you could gain it all. And you gain it all back. And you become more powerful than you've ever been before. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that God gave me these lessons. I say enough of these lessons. I just want to do the work now. I just want to do the work now. Okay? But those events, right? I was like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. How you doing? Right? I was Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. And a storm comes in. So again, the micro and the macrocosm, this could be happening in your life right now. This could be happening in the collective lens. You could see it on TV. The storm picks us up and it takes us to a different dimension. Okay, the land of Oz. That storm that's brewing, it's spiraling around right now. It's going to whip us into a brand new situation. And that's why, sometimes we don't know how do we get from point A to point B? It is not linear, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you can't have a 5-year plan. That's why people are out of resonance right now. There are people that worship the matrix. They're worried about matrix things. What's your 5-year plan? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. This is the energy that we're in, ladies and gentlemen. Please click the like button if this is resonating with you. With a beautiful milestone. Look at the synchronicities, the signs, the number codes. So when we look at this situation right now, I think when we reflect on Joe Rogan giving us prophetic word, we can look at Joe Rogan giving us prophetic word of this event, literally playing out this way. A lot of you have been studying this. You knew about the event. You knew about these situations. We're seeing it, right, people? But some people, they're saying no to the 2 boats in the helicopter. They say no to the 2, no, 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 no. Okay, you go, you sit there then. You sit there, right? We're seeing problems with systems. What happened to the fire department, right? Same thing that happened to me. So now, right, there's no people to help other people. So what needs to happen, right? We're all building a brand new reality. What's going on with homeowners insurance? And these are real. What about the everyday life people? See, this channel is for everyday life people. Are you an everyday life kind of guy or gal? Why don't you hit that subscribe button? I appreciate that. I'm here to defend you. I'm here to expand your consciousness. A lot of people are saying, like, I didn't even know about this stuff before. AQ, thank you so much for the support. I'm so grateful. Like a boss, baby. I appreciate that, AQ. Very grateful. You have to start worrying. I've been sharing this very quickly, because when you start, none of the materialistic things mean anything. You need money for food, your shelter, maybe you need a decent vehicle. You don't need to drive a Lamborghini. I'm sure I'm speaking the truth right now. It's resonating with a lot of people. When you live very simply, I go to the beach a lot. A lot of you are part of this channel. Beach is free. Beach is free. Sunset is free. That's what makes me happy. I just want to, and I want my peace, even if that means I need to be alone with God. I need my peace. That I shared this last year. I did whatever I needed to do last year. That's the true abundance. Hit 888. 888 abundance is freedom and sovereignty. That is my abundance. When I live and do and be in peace and have my sovereignty and freedom, and I come home and I put my head on the pillow and I don't have a stress. Sometimes we have stress, but sometimes we do it to ourselves because I care about this. If you care about this, please smash the like button as well. Okay? Sometimes I put the stress on myself. But a lot of people that are doing this work, a lot of us could, like, I could just, I don't do nothing. I'll sit on the beach. Look at the sunset. More and more people are concerned with that. They're not concerned about $150 nails. I got to get my nails, to this, to that. I got to drive my Lamborghini. Hey, babe, I'm a tough guy in the Lamborghini, all this. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't care. They're caring about what they're actually doing. Almag, thank you so much for the support, Alma. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for that. This is where we are in life. This is where we are. And so when these very powerful events come, okay, all of a sudden it puts things into perspective. And that's what this great shaking was all about. If you are new to the channel, we have Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. Everyone could join Patreon. I share also some of the posts that I'm discussing, so you could go back and review some of these things, because we're always gaining new people, even through all the algorithm suppression things and censorships. When is censorship going to end? Does anyone know? Does anyone know when censorship is? Anyone out there? Anyone that would like to support our channel, I'm so grateful if you just share the shift. Why don't you share the shift out of this channel today? Right? Let's overcome. But the only way that we can overcome is if we stick together. I appreciate you, Tara. No, but a lot of people are, you have to live through it. You have to, if you don't go through it yourself, the truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. And a lot of us are realizing what's really important. What is really important in life? It's your family. What's really important in life? Your freedom, your sovereignty. what's really important. When we stare at the flames, we're witnessing the world burn. What's really important in life? That is the questions. These are the real revelations that we're all going to have. And that's why we have gone through tribulations in waves, so that, because every person is I'm here to tell. So some of you know about the dark night of the soul. I have a full video on the channel page. You will go through these events. Dark night of the soul is a real thing. The collective itself needs to go through the dark night of the soul. That's what we're seeing right now. And it's happening in waves, because it can't be too much all at once, because everything will collapse. But when you go through it, even myself, I know that I needed to go through things. I needed to go through hardships. And I needed to see the disgraceful people that are really out there. Do you know them? Do you see them? You have to start having self-respect. You have to start seeing from a higher vantage point. And then each person, right, we all can go through our lessons. We could all then come back together. But what we need to do is take ownership of our everyday lives. Take ownership of our everyday lives. Write it in the comments. 1,000 people. The energy's flowing right now. We feel it, baby. Take ownership of our everyday lives. Right? It says it right here on the shirts. If you'd like to get one of these shirts from my wonderful, powerful sister, the link is in the description. A lot of us needed to go through things to start to take ownership. Oh, these systems aren't here to support us. Oh, I need to do it myself. And a lot of you already did this, and there's a new wave of people that are going to have to go through this in 2025. If you went through it already, like your Uncle Mike, let's support the next wave of people that need to go through this right now. And we ask Almighty God to clear and remove all the negativity, all of the blockages, and let us live freely. Let us live abundantly, true abundance, living in peace, living in harmony with one another. And you might want to, this is a real thing too. This is what's going on. You might want to love someone. I love you. And you try to give them and then they put these porcupine little pricks out there. Right? You ever see the pork? You ever get pricked by a cactus, right? Oh, so you try to hug a cactus. And you go, oh, ow. A lot of people are experiencing this. So that's why, and I address loneliness. Loneliness is an epidemic right now. Be part of our community. Please hit the like button if what I'm saying is resonating. Loneliness is an epidemic right now. So those people that want to be like that, you have to leave them over there. Let them figure it out. Okay? That's right, Carla. Carla gets it. Okay? Let them figure it out. We're going to come to, and then when they are ready, this is how it works. When they are ready, then they will come and join us on the new earth. And then they will join us on the new earth. But you can't love, and you can't love people that don't love themselves. A lot of wrong subconscious programs that are out there. So go within, love yourself first. Are you defending your family? Wake up to that as well. And now we go through this massive shift together. So this is where we are. It is a biblical time period. I'm very grateful for all of your support. I show up every single day here, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm very grateful for all of your support. Please click the like button, click the subscribe button, daily videos, and double check. My friend in the gym was magically unsubscribed. Yeah, can you please help me out? I'm so grateful for all the help from everyone right now. T-Knock, thank you so much. Thank you, God, for these gatherings of great souls. Got my new Our Everyday Live shirts yesterday. They fit great. I appreciate that, T-Knock. Yeah, check out my sister's Etsy store if you'd like to get some of these. And let's move out. Let's roll out. Let's roll out as a unit. Okay, and I'm so grateful for all of the sharing of the channel. It really helps overcome suppression. Grateful for all of you, and just double check if you're still subscribed, like my friend from the gym that was magically unsubscribed. Everyone's watching right now. These are the final days, okay? And God is going to shine a big, beautiful light right now. It's called the solar flash, okay? So if you want to watch that video, there's going to be a link at the end of this very powerful message today. So I love each and every one of you. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. That's all I could do is just keep going. So I really appreciate all of you at this time. Love you all. Bye for now.